how to create all kinds of amazing colourful designs using the Apply Image tool. You can find that in the image menu, and you can run through different blending modes as well as channels, etc. I'm going to show you how to do that. Click OK. Start with a blank document. I'm going to fill it with a gradient. Just go over here to the gradient tool. There's the gradient tool. I'm going to go a very colourful rainbow gradient, one of the defaults, blending mode difference and linear. You can use radial, etc. Apply it a couple of times. So you've got a nice colourful design to start with. You can then go to Image and Apply Image. You can use this with itself. You don't have to have multiple images. You can just use Apply Image with its own image. So Apply Image, and you can see here, you've got Untitled 1. That's it. That's the source. You can use that. Background, I've only got that. No layers, but you can use it. Maybe create 10 or 15 layers and use those different layers, different gradient combinations. You can create some really amazing designs using that. Also, you can change the channel. Go with red or green or blue, and you can see straight away a variety of different designs just by going with combining it with the blue. And the blending, you can change that. You can see the result of some of those, some better than others. I'm going to go with difference. Opacity 100%, and you can also use masks if you want. So you can click there, and you can use, obviously, the document, that's the only one, background, only one, and also maybe red. So you can see that will have an effect as well. Click OK. So you can create some great designs just by that. But you can also influence it by using alpha channels, or one alpha channel, or two. This panel is very useful. Channels. You can find that in the window menu. Go over here and new channel. You can create 3 or 4. In this one, alpha 1, I'm just going to go with 1. But you could create 5 or 6 other ones as well. Perfectly reasonable. And I'm just going to apply exactly the same gradient. So just there, add that. Obviously not going to be the same result, combination of. That's why you can go over here and go new channel again, maybe create an alpha 2. Very quickly add some more. And so you can create some unique designs if you want to do that. But it works just as well just with one. Because the key thing with this is I'm going to apply a filter. And that will really show the unusual gradients you can create. You can use filter, and distortions are really good ones. So filter, distort, you could use twirl or wave. Wave is my favourite, so I'm going to go with wave. Number of generators, I always like 1. Always defaults to 5, but you can put it back to 1. It's a bit more controlled, I think, the result. And you can modify the wavelength, amplitude, and you can see, you can randomise it. You can look here, very small preview, but you can just click here and you can see the result of that. And I think that looks pretty good, but that one looks just as good as well. I'm using repeat edge as well and sine. Use triangle, square, try them out. Click OK. And you can always apply it multiple times. So plane, filter, wave, that's enough. So I've got that really unusual sort of, I'm not even how you can describe it. But there it is, the alpha channel. Go back to the channels itself, the RGB, and you can't see any of that alpha channel. It's not influenced at this moment. Go to image and apply image. Still not using the alpha channel. So untitled, background, I'm going to go with green. Now I could use, of course, you can see there in the list, you've got alpha 1. So you can use it. You can see straight away it's got it in there. Don't have to, you can use that one. But I'm just going to go with, say, green. There's a lot of green in this, so I'm going to go with green. Difference, but I'm going to go here, mask. That's the sole document. Background, only 1 layer. And this time, alpha 1. And this time you can really see the influence of the alpha 1 channel. Click OK. And you've got your design there. And you, of course, could finish at that point. You can apply it multiple times. Sadly, there's no repeat feature. Why at this point? every feature. You go to Affinity Photo. Affinity Photo is a great application. You go to that. Virtually everything can be reapplied or faded, etc. Does seem to have a much better way of doing it. I don't know why they've never added there. Apply image, repeat it. You can just go back to it. Good thing about it, it does keep the settings, though it doesn't keep the mask. Not certain why the mask gets left off. But you can now see the result again with this because you've got that alpha channel now into the mix. You can really see it. And you can change this again. Red. And I'm still going to continue with difference. But you can go through them, just try out different ones. But difference, I think, really works nicely. And you can always bring masks in again. Go maybe alpha 2. And you can see the result there by just changing those. You don't have to. You can just deselect that. And then run through it again. With red, difference, click OK. Image, apply image. And you can see now, even more pronounced. Click OK. And you can do it 15, 20 times. OK. That's what I'm going to do. Just going to run through it quite a few times. And you can see as you do it, you get this very unusual colour effect. A contour design, I suppose. Apply image. That's at the point I'm going to stop at that point because now what I'm going to do, it's starting to look a bit rough. It's not brilliant because it's just added some imperfections there. But you can go to Filter, Stylize and Oil Paint. And you can see the result there. Fortunately, very small preview. Set stylization to 10, cleanliness to 10. Click OK. And you can see the result. Always seems to dull it down a bit. So I like to go to Image, Adjustments and Levels. Just to brighten up. Just change your input levels. Change that. And you can just see, click OK. Also, Image, Adjustments and Vibrance. Just makes that just look a lot brighter. And you can always then go back to Image and Apply Image. And you can push it too far and you notice what happens. It goes just reaches that point where it's probably not as good as it could any further. Now you could always go for a grayscale as well. Say normal, just go with that if you want that. Change it green. You can see the result there. And you go down here, overlay or difference, and click OK. And again, image, probably reaching the point where it really starts to get, it's still quite reasonable. Click OK. Filter and stylize and oil paint. Click OK. And you got that design. You can always use the other ones. Maybe you decide, you know what, the alpha channel here. Click there. And do exactly the same. Filter, maybe use a different one. You could always go for twirl. Twirl is very nice as well. So twirl, click OK. Got a nice twirl design there in the alpha 2. So you go back to this one. Go to image, apply image. Instead of using that, maybe go for mask, alpha 1, go for alpha 2. And you can see then that brings that in. And also, of course, you could use it here. Result there. Click OK. And so on. You don't have to do that, but there's an option to combine it. And you can reach a certain point where it becomes so thin, the lines, that it probably doesn't look great. Here's the result of a twirl applied as an alpha channel. You can see the gradient, and I've been applying image and apply image using exactly the same settings as before, using red, green, blue, etc. and difference, and using the mask that was set to the alpha 2 and click OK. Well, hope you found this tutorial of interest. Any questions, please let me know in the comments below. Always great to hear from you. Thank you much.